Hello everyone, day 5 of Get Back on Your Mat. Today's class is a power yoga flow and we will be targeting the lower body and the upper body strength in this class today. So this class is great for everybody who is looking to get back in shape and to increase their metabolism and just to feel energized and great and ready for the rest of the day. When you are ready, get on your mat and come into a wide-legged child's pose to begin with. Let's go ahead. Wide-legged child's pose, big toes are touching, knees as wide as your mat, and then walk your hands out to the top of the mat. Release your forehead down to the ground. We're here for just a few breaths, allowing ourselves to shift from wherever we've come from in our days, allowing to really tune into the practice, to become aware of our body, of the sensations, of our thoughts, by bringing our awareness to our inhale and exhale. Softening with each and every exhalation a bit more and drawing up fresh oxygen in through the nose with each and every inhale. Fingers are soft, toes are relaxed, jaw is soft. One more breath in here, really filling up the lungs to their maximum. And exhaling, surrendering, letting go, completely soft. We're going to come into a version of a needle stretch, so keep your left hand where it is. Lift your head up gently and then slide your right arm underneath your left so that the top of the hand is on the ground. You can reset your head down on the mat. The left elbow is probably lifted right now. And then your hips are still pressing back towards your hips are pressing back towards your heels. Taking a couple of breaths here, feeling that stretch in the outer right shoulder, maybe even in the upper left back. Let's take one more inhale before we switch sides. And lifting your head to change, right hand comes forward and down as the left arm reaches off to the right side. Left shoulder connects, crown of the head stays connected to the mat. And then really flip your left hand with the palm facing up, pushing your hips back to the heels. Getting into that shoulder stretch, that opening through the upper back body here. All right, let's release that. Come back into your child's pose. And from here, we're going to rock it up into a tabletop position. Slide your hands underneath the shoulders. And then from here, we're going to tuck the toes straight under and lift the hips back up into downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Pedal your feet. Stay strong in your arms, push your chest back, find the length in your spine. Let your head hang relaxed between your biceps. Gaze is gently back. That's it. From here, walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. You can bend into the knees any amount needed. And then once you get towards the end of the mat in your Uttanasana, your forward fold, take a halfway lift, slide your hands up the fronts of the shins, breathe in here, lengthen the spine, maybe take a few spinal movements, gentle twists here to lengthen into the spinal column even more. This should feel really nice. And when you're ready, exhale, release your hands back down to the ground. Now take your right hand and grab your left ankle. Keep your left leg as straight as possible and then bend into your right knee gently. You can go ahead and gently pull on that right hand so that you can again feel that opening, that stretch in the right outer shoulder. You're welcome to stay here with the left fingertip grounded, or maybe you're able to place your left hand onto your lower back and add a gentle twist here. Nothing fancy, just getting started. Taking another full inhale. And exhale, releasing both hands, switching sides. Left hand grabs the outer right ankle, gentle bend in the left knee, lengthening the spine here. Right leg as straight as possible. You can stay here, gently pull on that right ankle with your left hand so that you can get that stretch in the outer left shoulder, or adding on, placing your right hand onto the lower back, adding a gentle spinal twist here in the upper part of your spine. One more full breath in, weight is towards the toes. With an exhale, relax and release. Walk your hands all the way up to the top of the mat. Find your plank pose here. Hold your plank. Breathe in deep, strong plank. Push the heels back. Kneecaps are engaged. Navel draws to the spine. Shoulder blades dome. For 3, 2, 1. And drop your knees down to the ground. Tuck your toes under and send your hands all the way back so that you can come to sit in this opening for the toes, this squat position. This is a really nice way to get into the soles of the feet, to wake up through the soles of the feet, which we neglect too many times. We're walking on them all day long, and then we rarely tend to them. So taking another full breath in here, and releasing, coming all the way back into your tabletop position. From here, tuck your toes. Lift the knees back up, back into your downward facing dog. We're just here for one breath before we transition all the way up towards the front of the mat, taking a big step up into your forward fold. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana here. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. With an inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms to the side, long in the spine. Press your feet down, rise all the way up into standing. Hands connect overhead. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Slight bend in the knees here. Big breath in. And walk your big toes together. Keep some space between the heels. As we inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Bend your knees, sit down into your chair pose. Strong chair pose here. Shoulders are really relaxed, drawing away from the ears. Your fingers are engaged. Navel is activated. Neck is relaxed and free to move. Let's go ahead and lift the heels in your chair pose. You can stay here, or if you want to join me for a little bit more strengthening in the quads, go ahead and sweep your arms all the way back, coming into this chair with airplane arms. On an inhale, keep the heels lifted. Reach the arms forward and up. Let's do that 2 more times. You're always welcome to just hang out here in chair with the heels on the ground. Otherwise, exhale. Reach your fingertips back, trying to keep your balance. Inhale, lifting the arms forward and up. Let's do one more. Exhale with control. Reach your hands back. And inhale, reach the arms forward again. And release the heels down. Stay in your chair pose. One more full breath in. And then press into your right leg. Lengthen your right leg as your left leg picks all the way up. Hold your front of the knee. Interlace the hands in front of the knee. Little circles here in the left foot. Come into your one-legged Tadasana. Try and see if you can keep an upright stance without leaning back or hunching over. And when you're ready, keep your left leg lifted. Release your hands in front of your heart. We're transitioning into warrior three. So from here, bending from your hips, hinging forward, kick that left leg long back, and then extend through the left leg, finding your hips in a leveled position here, shoulders relaxed. From an inhale, we're going to come back up into that one-legged Tadasana, pull that left leg up in front of you, and transition back into your warrior three. You've got this. Continue to breathe. Bring your focus into the balance, lifting up on an inhale, one-legged Tadasana. One more time back into warrior three. Hold it here. Pushing through the ball of that left foot. You can keep your hands connected in front of your heart for 3, 2, 1. Transitioning into a high lunge, rebend that right knee and gently step back with your left foot landed lightly as you reach your arms up overhead. Big breath in here. Full exhale out. You can completely just hang out here in this pose with the left heel lifted and the left leg charged. If you want to add more, go ahead and lift the right heel up. We're here for 3, for 2, for 1. Release that right leg down, and then go ahead, interlace your hands behind your lower back, left thumb on top. Pivot your left heel down to the ground. Keep your shoulders facing towards the front of the mat, preparing for humble warrior. Reach your torso forward diagonally towards the ground, and then reach your arms all the way up overhead, bending deep into that right knee, pulling the right hip back, pressing into the outer edge of that left foot. Humble warrior. Good. Pull the knuckles up towards the ceiling, shoulders away from the ears. Gaze is down towards the right big toe. Careful not to collapse into the outer right foot. Press the inner arch down to the mat. Last breath in here. Exhale out. With an inhale, press firmly into your feet. Let your knuckles help to pull you back all the way up, coming into warrior two, opening your arms. Big stance here, you might have to adjust. And then reaching your fingertips out alongside your shoulders. Gaze is towards the right hand. I hope you can feel your thigh burning. I can totally begin to feel mine. Let's take another breath in here. And then from here, reach your arms up overhead. Bend your right elbow, bend your left elbow, and just come into this variation of reversed warrior, gently pulling on the right elbow with your left hand, finding that reversed warrior here. Big breath in. Exhale out. Inhale, coming back into warrior two. And then from here, windmill your hands down all the way. We're going to step back into plank pose, ready for our first vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin down, or chaturanga, your choice. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a full inhale here. Open your mouth, breathe out. Let's do that again. Big breath in. Full exhale out. Beautiful. Looking up towards the top of the mat, you can walk, you can step, or if you want to join me in jumping, bring your big toes together. Bend your knees, push your hips back, look up towards the top of the mat, and then take a light hop with your feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale here, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Big toes stay connected. Keep some space between the heels as we inhale all the way up back into our chair pose. Shoulders relaxed. You know what's coming. You're always welcome to skip, but if you really want to strengthen and flow with me, lift your heels up on an inhale. With an exhale, sweep your arms back, find your airplane chair. Inhale again, reach the arms forward and up. Slow with control, exhale, reach the arms back, heels are lifted. Inhale, reaching forward. One more time. Woo. Exhale, reach your arms back. Inhale, lifting the arms back forward, reaching up. Exhale, release your heels down. This time, keep your left leg planted, your left sole of the foot planted. As we inhale, right leg rises all the way up into your standing one-legged pose. Hands interlaced in front of the right knee, and then little circles here for your ankle. Keeping a nice upright stance, shoulders over the hips. And when you're ready, we're going to flow standing to warrior three a couple of times. Keep your leg lifted, hands together in Anjali Mudra in front of your heart. As we exhale, hinging from the hips, right leg kicks back. Go nice and slow with controlled. As we inhale, right leg pulls forward and up. Exhale, hinging from the hips back into your Virabhadrasana 3. Inhale again. Right leg comes forward. And as we exhale, pushing back, find your warrior three here. Level out the hips. Right hip is gently pulling down to the mat here. Shoulders are relaxed. Right leg is super powerfully engaged, pushing through the balls of the foot. Take one more breath here. And we're going to go back into our high lunge, bending deep into that left leg. Gently step the right leg back. Inhale, arms reach forward and up. Big breath in here. Full breath out. Preparing for humble warrior, hands interlaced behind the lower back. This time, other thumb on top. Pivot the right heel down to the mat and then turn your shoulders facing the front of the mat again. And as we exhale, bending deep into that left leg, pushing the feet away from each other, allowing the arms to lift up any amount overhead, pointing towards the top of the mat. Left heel pushes back, right outer foot presses firmly down, making sure you're not collapsing into the left pinky side edge of your foot. Breathe here. In and out of the nose. Beautiful. Next inhale, lengthen the body. The shoulders lift, knuckles pull you down, come all the way up into standing again. Release your arms and find warrior two here. Big bend in the left knee, pressing the feet firmly away from each other. Slight inward rotation of the right thigh. Gaze is towards the left fingertips. Shoulders are completely relaxed, but the arms are charged and powerful. Breathing here. On an inhale, arms reach up overhead. Bend your left elbow. Grab your left elbow with your right hand. And then reverse your warrior here. Gentle pull on that left elbow. Opening into the side body. Big bend in that left knee. You've got this. One more breath in here. Releasing the arms upward, back out into warrior two. One inhale here. With an exhale, windmill your hands down. Place your hands on the outside of that left foot. Step it back. Vinyasa, knees, chest, chin down, or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale here. Full exhale out. Making our way to the top of the mat, you choose how to get there. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up into standing. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Beautiful. Preparing for chair pose, Utkatasana again. Big toes connect, heels are slightly separate. Bend your knees, inhale, arms reach all the way up overhead. Hold it here. Keep the heels grounded this time, arms reaching all the way up. Big breath in. Full breath out. Hands come together in front of the heart. Lean a little bit lower forward and then go ahead and twist to your left side. Right elbow connects to the outer left knee. Keeping your knees together, same height. Try and keep your left knee from escaping up towards the top of the mat. Just gaze down at your knees. Check if they're still at the same level. Breathing here, lengthening through the spine. One more full inhale. And as we exhale, bring your weight completely onto that left foot. Gaze down towards the left toe. And then lift your right heel up. Coming into this variation of flamingo with a twist. For 3, and 2, and 1. Step your right leg long back. Find your twisted lunge here. Awesome. You're allowed to be wobbly. And if you fall out of it, just come back into the pose. We all meet in a twisted lunge. Let's take one more breath in here. Reach your left arm up. Take your right fingertips down. Find your easy twist here. And then release your left fingertips down to the mat as well. Walk your left foot all the way to the outer edge of your mat. Find your lizard pose. Right knee stays lifted, and we're just going to sway a little bit side to side, back and forth. Tapping into the hips here. That's it. Big breath in. Full breath out. Turn your left foot with the toes spilling off your mat. Heel stays on the mat. Come up onto your fingertips. And then step your right foot out into Malasana Yogi Squat. Dropping your heels, hands connect, elbows and inner knees are connected here. Make sure that your inner knees are pressing against the elbows, and then allow your spine to lengthen. If you can't drop your hips down as low, then just stay a little bit higher. It's more important that you feel the engagement in the hips. And wherever we are, one more full breath in, finding length through the crown of the head. And exhale, plant your hands down, lift your hips, find your wide-legged forward fold, walk your feet back in, back into your chair pose, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Back into Utkatasana, knees bend, arms reach all the way forward and up. Make sure your shoulders stay relaxed, knees are bent, weight is in the heels here. Navel is active, spine is long. Bring your hands together in front of your heart, second side, lean forward, and then hook your left elbow to the outer right knee. Find your twist in your chair pose, checking in with the knees, making sure they're not sliding apart. Let's take one more inhale here, lengthen, press the palms against each other. Weight transfers into the right foot. Gaze down for balance, and then lift your left heel up, pull it towards your buttocks. For 3, 2, 1. Slide that left leg long back. Welcome in your twisted lunge. Breathe here. Twists are really great to give your inner organs a little bit of a squeeze, a little bit of a massage, so that they can release all the toxins that we take in through food, the environment. One more inhale here. Right arm reaches all the way up as the left fingertips come down. Find your easy twist. And with an exhale, go ahead, plant your right hand down, walk your right foot to the outer edge of the mat, coming into lizard pose. Left knee stays lifted. We're just going to sway a little bit back and forth, right and left, working into that right hip. That's it. And then from here, go ahead and slide your right leg long back. Release your elbows to where your hands are right now, coming into your dolphin plank, forearm plank. Make sure that your hips and your shoulders are at the same height. Breathe here. Really press into your forearms. Dome the area between your shoulder blades. The front sides of your legs are engaged. We're here. We breathe. We smile. We cheer ourselves on that we've made it onto the mat today and that we're strong, stronger than we think. You've got this. Now let's walk into dolphin dog. Bend your knees, lift your hips up, walk your feet forward. Coming into your dolphin dog, make sure your elbows are not spilling apart. They still are exactly underneath your shoulders. You can bend the knees here, push the hips back, walk your feet forward as much as you can. Breathe here. Stay here. If you want to add on, lift your right leg slowly back. 2 sets of dolphin dog leg raises. With control, slowly release that right leg back down. Left leg rises back and up. Slowly release. Right leg back and up. Slow motion back down. Last leg lift here. You've got this. Press into your forearms. Release the left leg down. Now this is where the strength really firms the body. Walk back into your forearm plank. We've got this for 8, 7, 6. Don't lose your form. 5. Shoulders push up, kneecaps engaged. 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower all the way down onto your belly. Make a cushion for your forehead. Release your head on your hands. Sway your hips a little bit side to side. Well done. And then go ahead and flip yourself over onto your back. Pull your right knee in towards the chest. Extend the left leg out long. You can flex into the left leg here, create a little bit of length as you pull the right knee closer towards your right armpit. Take another breath in here. And then let's go ahead and find a reclined pigeon pose. So you want to bend that left knee, cross the right ankle in front of the left knee, either sweeping your arms in between that gate of your knees behind your left thigh, flexing into the right foot, or interlacing the hands on top of that left knee, finding that nice stretch for the outer right hip. For the protection of your knee, you always want to make sure you flex into the right foot. Taking another full inhale here, shoulders and neck relaxed, jaw soft. Releasing that left leg out long again, pulling the right knee into the chest once more. Extend your right arm out in line with the shoulder and then guide your left knee all the way over into your supine twist. Make sure your spine is really nice and long. If you're lucky, you get that little crack, that release in the spine like I just did. Breathing deep into the belly here, trying to keep the shoulders connected. The right knee never has to touch down to the ground. Breathing here, allowing the body to slow down, allowing the heart rate to come back to natural. Inhale, bringing everything back to center, pulling both knees in towards your chest. Keep the left knee hugging in as you extend the right leg out long, flexing into that right foot. Pulling that left knee in and up towards the armpit. Finding your reclined pigeon on the other side. Holding on to the top of the knee or the back of the knee, flexing into that left foot. And then enjoying that deep opening of the outer left hip here. Make sure the upper body is relaxed. Releasing the right leg out long again, pull the left knee in towards you, extend the left arm out in line with your shoulder, and then go ahead and find your twist to the right side. Same thing here, lengthen through the spine, and then maybe your gaze is automatically turning towards your left arm. Finding deep belly breaths here, stimulating our rest and digest part of the nervous system, the parasympathetic part of our nervous system, by taking deep breaths. One more. Coming back through center, hug yourself into a small little package. Pull your nose up towards the knees. Really squeeze yourself into a nice little ball. Breathe here. Breathe in. Hold the breath. Squeeze as hard as you can. Squeeze a bit more. A little bit more. Keep holding your breath. And with an exhale, stretch yourself out. Find Shavasana here, your relaxation pose. You've deserved this. This is one of the most neglected poses of power yoga or vinyasa yoga, and yet such a important pose. Allowing the body and the mind to do the work, to let the magic of the yoga practice, the asana practice, integrate into your cells, into your being. So resting here for a few moments of stillness. Shavasana. Let the next breath you take in be deeper and longer than your previous one. And as you exhale, begin to bring movement back into your fingers, your toes. Pull your knees in towards the chest. Little rock side to side here, little massage for the lower back if that feels great. And then roll over onto your right side. Come to lie on your right shoulder, your right hip. And when you're ready, make your way up. If you can, keep your eyes closed into a seat of your choice. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your palms together at your heart center. Bow your chin to your chest. Be proud of yourself for stepping up onto the mat again today, for wanting to become stronger, more flexible on and off your mat, in your body and your mind. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.